For 100 years, cane growers have worked the land, growing the crop that sweetens Australia and the world. From the early days of hand-cutting cane to today's high-tech harvesters, every generation has faced challenges, embraced change, and built a proud legacy. At the heart of this industry are the farmers. Families whose stories stretch back generations. People who live and breathe the land and pass down their knowledge season after season.
My grandfather actually, he was farming. It skipped a generation. Dad went more into the harvesting and the contracting side of things. And in 1994, myself and two brothers, we purchased a small parcel of land and been involved in the growing of cane ever since.
We've been farming here on the same farm for just over 100 years. Myself and my wife have been farming the last 5 years in our own right.
We've been farming here for 4 generations. So my great-grandfather came to this farm back in about 1925-26. So yeah, we've been here for a long time.
Life on a cane farm is never the same from one day to the next. It's early mornings, long hours, and a deep connection to the soil. It's also community, neighbours helping neighbours, and towns built on the strength of the sugar industry.
I think the fondest thing is seeing Dad enjoying life, still in his 80s, saying, "Get the tractor ready and I'll go and disc the paddock for you." You know, just it was in his blood. He just loved the farm.
The sugar industry is very important to this community. It's the main industry here. It creates a lot of jobs, it creates a lot of wealth, and it really, without the sugar industry, I can't see this town, the Burdekin, and many small towns in Queensland actually surviving.
Cane farming has changed dramatically over the last century. From the back-breaking work of manual cutting to the precision farming of today, growers have always adapted. Through droughts, floods, and shifting markets, resilience has been the constant.
The olden days we had short paddocks, annual paddocks, cross drains, open drains. We watered with tin flume cups.
Because in the days of the cutters, we used to try to grow the cane standing because it was easier for the cutters to cut. Then, you know, when we got these mechanical harvesters going, then you could sort of push your crops. By pushing the crop, we grew the bigger crops, and then we needed more milk capacities and things like that. And eventually, we went from overtime harvesting. We used to cut a 5-day week. We went from we were doing the 5-day week. We had too much cane for the 5, so we used to cut maybe half a day on the Sunday. They used to do overtime. And then eventually the whole Burdekin district had to look at the continuous crushing.
They used to dig trees out with mattocks and axes and blow them out with gelignite, and paddocks of 2 acres and 5 acres to now, yeah, we have individual farmers growing over 100,000 tonnes. Everything can be automated virtually, irrigation, we have drones spraying. Yes, that is one thing the industry does do well, is adopt new technologies and best practices.
For a century, cane growers has stood alongside farmers, advocating for fair prices, fighting for better conditions, protecting the future of families and communities built on cane. Through good times and hard times, the voice of growers has been strong.
Cane Growers looks after everything that a farmer needs, whether it be payroll, whether it be insurance, whether it be working with the government, whether it be trying to change laws and help with fertilisers and help with chemicals. So Cane Growers gives you the full package and looks after all the growers.
They don't get the credit they deserve because a lot of this stuff comes through, and if it wasn't for the work of what Cane Growers has done, we wouldn't have bloody well got it.
I think the biggest thing in my time that Cane Growers did for growers and really stood up and took the fight to government was in the marketing legislation and making sure that We had control of who we chose for a marketer. We had pressure from the mills, and most people in the growing industry will know there was a lot of pressure from the mills, especially our mill here at Wilmar, that we could only market sugar through them. I think that would have been a disaster, and cane growers really stood up across the state and made sure that we had a choice in marketing.
100 years of cane growers is more than a milestone. It's a celebration of the people who built this industry. It's about honouring the past while looking to the future, a future that will be written by the next generation of farmers.
I think strong representation is paramount in business today. We need strong representation. You know, we're based in the Burdekin. Cane growers being based, have a Brisbane arm of the business certainly helps with talking with government and other industries.
We only turn 100 once, and I certainly won't see the next 100, and I think it's important that we celebrate it. We look back and look at the achievements we've made, we look at the changes that have happened in our organisation and in the industry, and then we look into the future and see what we can achieve in the next 100 years, because I think really the most important thing going forward is that we continue to adapt, we continue to improve, and hopefully we continue to evolve as an industry and keep growing.
Cane growing is more than a livelihood. It's a way of life. It's hard work, resilience, and pride in producing something that connects Australia to the world. As we celebrate 100 years of cane growers, we remember where we've come from, and we look ahead with hope, confidence, and determination.
It's just a fantastic lifestyle and a fantastic way to bring up your children. It's just, I don't think there's any other industry like it.
I think it is a positive industry to be involved in cane farming in general, that work-life balance.
It was challenging, but also very rewarding.
Yeah, it's about growing a crop, it's about improving the crop, it's about getting better at what we do, and I think it's about having fun and enjoying it. You know, I think that's probably the part of farming that isn't told a lot. It's good fun.
We need to encourage our younger generation, next generation, that it is a good industry to be in and there is a future.
Being a cane farmer is a pretty good life as far as I'm concerned.
100 years of cane growers, representing growers, supporting families, and shaping the future of sugar.